advocating that I should do something. I'm obviously not trying to.
You're saying it wrong.
Just because the nigga saying don't fuck that. Want a conversation, so bad. Listen, something bad. Thanks for clearing that up. I thought you said I should just listen to it. I don't want to listen to it. But family, here we go.
Are waiting on them for freedom and black liberation.
Do you guys know that you guys are the
He's saying we are the heirs of the throne. We're the gods of this planet.
Do you guys know
Static.
and because of your egocentric, narcissistic ways, that till this day, you'll still do it. You're better than everybody. And that's what the white man used against us to do. You guys are the gods. You guys are the ones that all African nation is waiting for African unity. But because of them, you're there. It's so dirty. That's why you see black people are not united, because we're waiting for our gods. Not why Jesus is waiting for our gods, the African Americans, are our gods to lead us to freedom. You guys are the original sons and daughters of the United States of America. You guys are the original owner. You guys are the original inventors of this world. You're really need to do some research. Christopher Columbus came there. The only thing he saw that black people were narcissistic, egocentric, that they don't care about what happened on the other side. They were just developing and building, wonderful things. He said, oh, we can use this against them. He taught in learning in Africa. Christopher Columbus described the people he discovered here, straight black people. But because of the narcissistic and egocentric ways, he went down to Africa, brought slaves, and dehumanized them in front of the black Americans that were here. They could not say they could not intervene because they felt like it was not their people. It was not them. So what you're doing was, I don't care what you do, that's not my people. I'm thinking about building skyscraper, you're thinking about, treating human people like that. They didn't care. But they didn't know that the white man had a plan. The dehumanization of African men in America was a target trigger to include all blacks in America. They say that all blacks in America were slaves to brought from African slaves. They started taking the black people's lands, taking the infection from them. Because we don't like issue and we don't like issue. We teach Africans, they come and we teach them, oh, it's Indian, funny. I didn't do that. I'm not fucking African, I'm Indian. I'm not African. The freedom of black, the freedom of the world rests in your hands. But you don't want to accept it. Jesus.
That's crazy. They like, nigga, the freedom of the world is waiting on y'all to wake up. We don't want to accept who we are. And it's so easy for us to just be like, shit, everybody got to do for themselves. But watch how everybody, pay attention. If you haven't already, pay attention to how everybody else doing what we do. So it's a lot of truth to that. The only part that would be untrue is if you believe you aren't, then you ain't. Don't get me wrong. You're not acting in your God self. When you're acting in your God self, you realize everything that you do affects what other people do. So it's easy for me to sit here and be like, man, this person getting on my nerves, but it would be more towards my nature to figure out how to make this a perfect balance for the both of us. So as much as, we've been doing things that aren't of our God selves, that don't disprove the fact that we are gods. It don't disprove the fact that other people are following our lead. So if anything, we should be leading people in the right way.
The play is over with.
That's all that means. Nothing for you to get ego.
I want you guys to understand that we are living in a time where we don't have no time to mess up anymore. We don't have no time to also not hold people accountable when they mess up. we don't have no time for that either. It's time when we start holding each other accountable to what is correct. So many of us are waking up online, meaning that we're waking up to this cosmic experience. And we are realizing that information is coming in on a daily. Things are changing for us on a daily. Everything is changing for us on a daily. Timelines are merging, timelines are speeding up and merging at the same time. Frequencies are so high on the planet that in the Schumann resonance is off the charts.
That's why people are able to manifest shit so quickly.
And then
High vibration.
radiation and plasma is steady pouring into the planet. And so let me just say this. We're also transitioning into a different type of carbon being. Because the so-called quote-unquote junk DNA, which is not junk DNA, it's just the DNA that wasn't activated at the time we were in the age of Pisces, is what the time of that. Pisces was the time period of illusion, deception, and lies. Aquarius is the time now where all those illusions and deceptions are now coming to light, and now you're finding out the truth about everything out here. Everything that's out here, you're finding out the truth. A lot of people have ego problems. And what I'm saying is that if you don't have the ability to pull yourself out, then the end result of your lack of humbleness is going to be you getting embarrassed. Everything shall be restored when it comes to order. And when it comes to the restoration of order, if there are certain individuals that do not respect these universal laws that are known all throughout the cosmic realm, that has been brought down to the earthen realm and purposely divided so that people will be confused. Now we're no longer living in a time of confusion when all the information being exposed. At this point, you're confused because you want to be confused. You know, you want to become a little bit more spiritual than what you are. See, when you're operating on a lower vibrational frequency, you're not, the things that I'm going to say to you is going to go over your head. You guys got to understand that the space you're operating on is on a much higher level than what you're accustomed to hearing. So when I say to a person about them getting their wings, there are people that are highly evolved people that are on a spiritual level that are highly evolved that do understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Where they actually feel the energy. No different than when you activate your Kundalini. When you activate your Kundalini and you feel that energy going back and forth and going up and down your back. You're so busy in the 3D realm that you're not paying attention to the spiritual realm. Okay? But let me get back to where I was at about the programming. And here's my case in point about an individual that's programmed. Most people are programmed to believe only things that they can see. Okay? That's what they're programmed to do. They don't even realize that solid matter on a 3D realm is nothing but energy on 6 and 7 and 8 and 9D realm. And sometimes if you're operating in higher consciousness, you'll be able to actually see this also as energy. Okay? It depends on the level of consciousness you're operating on. For an example, in the Matrix, you guys remember the young girl that had the spoon? And she was telling Neo, she was showing Neo how she bit the spoon, right? Neo was trying to figure out how the hell are you bending the spoon? Because he was caught up in the 3D physical world. He didn't understand that he had to change his perspective on how he saw the spoon in order for the spoon to bend. And this is what we're talking about here, okay? There is no spoon. There never was a spoon to begin with. That is exactly correct. So if there wasn't any spoon to begin with, that means that you could make the spoon do anything that you wanted to do, okay? That's how it goes. That's how the game was played.
You do have this thing called junk DNA. But see, the people at the top, they understand wordplay. They understand wordplay on another level. And so the wordplay behind calling it junk, it forces us, or programs us, I should say, to dismiss it as something that means nothing and has absolutely no value.
Right.
It's junk. Oh, because junk is garbage. Junk is unneeded stuff. Junk is, don't even look over here. Don't even research it. Don't even spend your energy looking into it, because it's just junk, you know? It reminds me of some of the anomalies that I see and stuff, and the people that give us those images say, oh, it's just junk. It's just nothing. So what we have to understand is that this junk is not junk. When these people tell you that something is worthless or garbage or junk, that's when you need to look into it the hardest. But you gotta go, you know what, they're trying to cover something up. Let me go deeper into what this junk is. And as you begin to dig deeper, you realize that as you go down to different levels of harmony that existed on this planet, that a lot of these nodes, a lot of these DNA nodes were connected in the past. And right now, this version of Homo sapiens sapien, they've been purposely disconnected. But what and this is an ancient stone tablets, what I'm saying. This is coming from stone tablets, and then combining that with research at Harvard University and Stanford University. Now, they found that this connected to something because it's still firing off and sending and receiving information. So they found out that DNA stores information. It's actually storing digital bits of information, like zeros and ones. This actual scientist connected DNA into a computer to a server, and he downloaded this ebook onto DNA. I think he replicated it 80 billion times on 1 gram of DNA. So if you put a drop on the tip of your finger, 80 billion copies of this ebook. But the book had colored images and images and information. It wasn't just all text. And they found out through this process of taking the ACs, Ts, and Gs in DNA through this very simple process, converting the ACs, Ts, and Gs into zeros and ones through a chemical process. And then once you have this laid out zeros and ones, you can encode data onto the DNA directly. And then through a reverse process, you can convert the zeros and ones back into A's, T's, C's, and G's. And then you can upload that information back up into a server. So this is like really interesting stuff. So I started digging a little bit deeper and finding out that DNA is a storage medium. And the DNA in one human body can store 13.5 billion years of data. Ironically, that's how old the universe is.
Said we can store up to a certain amount of data, and ironically, that's how old the universe is.
Use full-time job of the mind. Human work on this planet found expression in the mind, then it got manifested in the outside world. The wonderful things that we have done on this planet and the horrible things that we have done on this planet, both have come from the human mind. So if we are concerned as to what we create in this world, it's extremely important that we not have our minds the way we want it. What we create in the world is also going to be very accidental and haphazard. So learning to create our minds the way we want is the basis of creating the world the way we want. There is a wonderful story in the Yogic law. On a certain day, a man took a walk. He went for a long walk. Accidentally, unawares, he walked into paradise. Fortunate, isn't he? He just took a walk and he landed up in paradise. After this long walk, he felt a little tired. So he thought, oh, I'm tired. I wish I could rest somewhere. He looked around, there was a nice tree, underneath which there was very cushiony grass. So it was inviting. He went and put his head down there and slept. After a few hours, he woke up, well rested, and he thought, oh, I'm well rested, but I'm feeling hungry. I wish I had something to eat. And he thought about all the nice things that he ever wanted to eat in his life. And instantly, all those things appeared in front of him. You need to understand, the service is like that. Hungry people don't ask questions. Food came and he ate. Stomach became full. Then he thought, oh, my stomach is full. I wish I had something to drink. All the nice things that he ever wanted to drink, he thought about it, and all of them just appeared. Drinking people also don't ask questions. So he drank. Now with a little bit of alcohol in him, I told you, all of you are monkeys, your tail fell away. Charles told you that you were all monkeys and your tail fell away and then you became human. Yes, definitely the tail fell away. But the monkey, in yoga, we always refer to an unestablished mind as Markata, which means a monkey. Why we are referring to the mind as a monkey is, what are the qualities of a monkey? One thing about a monkey is, if I say you're monkeying somebody, what does it mean? Imitation. Monkey and imitation have become synonymous. So these two essential qualities of a monkey are very much the qualities of an unestablished mind. Unnecessary movement, you don't have to learn it from the monkey, you can teach it to the monkey. And imitation is full-time job of the mind. So when these two qualities are on, a mind is referred to as a monkey. So this monkey became active within him. He just looked around, thought, what the hell is happening here? I asked for food, food came. I asked for drink, drink came. There must be ghosts around here. And ghosts came. Oh, the ghosts have come, they're going to surround me and torture me, he thought. Immediately the ghosts surrounded him and started torturing him. Then he started screaming in pain and said, oh, they're going to kill me. And he died. Just now he said he's a fortunate being. The problem is he was sitting under a kalpavriksha or a wishing tree. He asked for food, food came. He asked for drink, drink came. He asked for ghost, ghost came. He asked for torture, torture came. He asked for death, death happened. Now don't go looking for these kalpavrukshas in the forest. You can barely find a tree these days.
You gotta turn around and go back.
A well-established mind, a mind which is in a state of samyukti, is referred to as a kalpavruksha. If you organize your mind to a certain level of organization, it in turn organizes the whole system. Your body, your emotion, your energies, everything gets organized in that direction. Once all these four dimensions of you, your physical body, your mind, your emotion, and the fundamental life energies are organized in one direction. Once you're like this, anything that you wish happens without even lifting a little finger actually. It would help to assist it with activity. But